You need that. You need to finish.
You
need to finish.
You have to finish.
You have to finish.
Always.
If there's a takeaway from this podcast, finish.
You have
Finish.
to finish.
Everyone look in the camera and say
You
it.
have
Finish.
But not too fast.
No.
Let them have some
Guys
fun
out
too.
there, girls, y'all can finish multiple times.
Yeah.
It's okay. You guys have
It's okay.
You guys have like a revolver with all 6 bullets in there.
Exactly.
I got a double
Yeah,
barrel.
but you
Yeah,
know,
you got
fucking
one. You got
technically
one
men,
shot.
you guys come like 80% more than women.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's like easier.
Yeah.
I will say that though.
That's how much easier it is for men to come.
Because like
than
any
women.
motion, you just do the same motion enough times.
Yes.
And the guy will,
And it's
come.
enough, right?
It's enough.
You look at it, you breathe on it, I'm done.
But it's like girls, you gotta do all this. It's like a treasure piece. It's like
I'm
a
shaking
puzzle.
my head.
It's a maze.
It's a maze.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
Do you have like self-love issues?
Yeah, definitely.
Are
What do
you
mean?
insecure?
Oh, 100%. Isn't everyone?
I
Yes.
think everyone, especially like if we're like creating content, like the 3 of us, like the 4 of us in this room.
Yeah.
I think if we are content creators, we're all just searching for some form of validation.
Oh, 100%. You're not a content creator unless you're insecure about yourself because
Yeah.
you're craving validation from strangers. That's what it
Yes.
is, right? Like if you loved yourself, you wouldn't have to put yourself out there.
Damn.
You loved yourself.
Like
Right?
I already know, like I have issues, you know? Like I go to therapy, like we're all like, it happens.
Nice,
Yeah, it
bro.
happens.
Therapy.
Therapy's good.
Therapy, yeah.
I go to therapy once a week too.
There you go. See?
I'm thinking about doing therapy. I've been wanting to do it, but I haven't had the time to do it. But I feel like that's a bullshit.
That's
reason.
a bullshit
You have
excuse.
time.
That's such a bullshit
I
excuse.
have time.
I do it on a BetterHelp,
Oh, there you
Ah.
go.
and I'm pretty sure if I refer a friend, I might get. Actually, I don't think I get anything.
Actually, isn't that selfish though? And that's not really good for your mental if it's a
It's
transactional type
referral,
of thing.
yeah.
well, I mean, but if it's I'm trying to help you out by referring you to
Yeah,
a
you're getting better help.
therapist.
I
Yeah, there
know,
you
right?
go.
But like, what's your real
Yeah.
intention? You trying to just make that money
Well,
and
I
get
was
that
thinking.
discount?
I thought maybe there would be, but I already pay for it, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I get like a $5 credit.
it could be something. I don't know, but it's like better helps like through the phone.
You could do phone or video, audio or video.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
because I'm trying to. What you see yours in person? Like
No,
old
no,
school
it's
way?
online. Like I feel like
Oh.
most therapy's online now, which is kind of lame.
What?
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah,
like-
my therapist is in like the fucking Midwest.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking like therapy is like what they like depict in movies, right? I'm like laying down on the couch and the guy is like a man in his mid 60s
this
with
is-
his glasses down to here.
No, it's not a
Right
Christopher
here?
Nolan movie, man.
It's not like that?
No, this is just.
I think there's
It's like-
some therapists like that.
Okay, so I could still do that.
You can, yeah, I'm sure you can find one, but like most of them are like through the camera now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not as charming as I am through a screen as
Well,
I
but
am
you're
in
not.
person.
Who said you were
You're not
charming?
trying to be.
I'm not
Whoa.
trying to be. Damn, dude.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I just met you.
I
This
was
could be the
gonna
shortest
say-
podcast episode
It was a
ever.
joke. The joke was too easy. I had to.
I guess it was too easy. I do set myself up pretty easily.
I was gonna say you shouldn't try to be charming with your therapist.
I
You
know.
should
That's
try
true.
and be.
authentic.
yourself.
There's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a patient doctor like
Yeah.
illegality, right? If
Yeah.
you like try to sleep with your, not that I would, but like,
Why are you already thinking about that before you have a therapist?
well, because
that you
like
wanna sleep
you
with
guys
them?
kind of framed me in this position, right?
We framed you in this
don't really
position
know
to
if
think
we did.
about.
I don't know.
sleeping
The
with your
tone's kind of
therapist.
weird. I've known you for years, just met you today, and it seems like you guys are already siding against the guy that set up the fucking cameras.
You just said
You wanted to sleep with your
Sleeping with a
therapist.
therapist.
I don't wanna
You brought
sleep
that
with my
up.
therapist.
You brought that up.
I did.
there
I,
is okay. Yeah, you shouldn't have a relationship with your therapist.
Yes.
but there's also the like confidentiality too.
Yes.
that you're.
They're basically like priests. Like whatever I
Yeah.
tell, like
Yeah.
Not that I haven't done confession in years. Confession's kind of weird to me. Like it's a weird black box, and apparently I'm talking to God when it's just a man,
Another man.
just another man in the box. Just listen to all of my problems. I'll just go to a therapist. That sounds way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad that we are all bonding to take it back to something that we could connect to rather than two people attacking the other.
Yeah.
That we're all insecure and just seeking validation in this room.
Yeah.
Would you say for every new TikTok follower you get, the more validation you feel?
I feel like it's diminishing. I feel like the first 100 TikTok followers was like, wow, there's 100 people trying to like look at me and like enjoy my content. And then it's like, okay, now I have 1,000 extra followers. Like, what does it really mean? Okay, now I have 10,000 extra followers. And then
Yeah.
it becomes like a numbers game, and you don't even treat people like people anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, now I have 500,000. It's like, each individual follower is a different person, but it doesn't feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's just a number, on the
now.
screen.
It's just so large that it's just a number now.
Now, does it change the game when they direct message you?
Yeah, I respond to like most of my DMs because it's like if someone like takes out the time not only to support you but like to message you and be like, hey, like I really like your content, or like
They're just trying to reach out.
they're trying to reach out, and like I would hate if I really like someone like a content creator and they just left me like on scene or delivered, or they felt like they didn't care.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to be like the guys like, oh, I don't care about my followers, because I do. Like, you can be watching anyone else but you're watching me. You could DM anyone else but you're DMing me. So I try to go through all of them. You know, that you get so many that you can't go through. Like, it's
I mean, it's a lot. Oh man, your life is so hard.
No,
because
it's not even like
so
that.
many followers.
It's not even like that. But it's like, it's not a full-time job to be reading Instagram DMs.
That's
all the
true.
time,
That
right?
is true.
Well, and that could just be time consuming.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, I try to take 30 minutes of my day, just like go
Okay.
through it and be like, hey, like I answer your question, or like some of them are really weird.
Yeah.
Like some people are like asking for feet pics. I get a lot of feet pics. A lot of
You posted like.
But have you ever done it?
No. Well, I've posted to my story. I posted it was like a joke.
That's someone else's feet, right?
No,
Or those your feet?
those are my feet.
Okay.
But from a while ago when I used to play basketball, so they were all
basketball
messed up.
feet.
Yeah, they were basketball feet.
Ooh.
And I got a lot of comments about that because they were really ugly feet.
I mean, but you're running around all day. I mean, it's understandable.
Exactly. It's understandable.
Given with context, now like if you ain't doing shit all day and you have the time to like clean your feet and they, you know, look a certain way, then like do something about it. She is a dancer, and so
Oh,
like
don't look at my feet.
Now I'm gonna look at them because
No,
we're
I
talking
know.
about
That's
it.
why I just tucked my toes under. You know, I think we should introduce whose feet we're talking about.
I know, baddies.
Not mine.
Welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant. We have a very special guest in our studio today. Very special in the sense that this is someone we are all just meeting right now.
We all just met well.
I mean, like I've only known you through the cracked screen on my phone.
Yes.
You know, like the algorithms of the internet brought us together. And you said, yo, what's up? I like what you're doing. I'm in the Bay Area. Can I be on the podcast? And I was like, hell yes, because there's this immediate connection that I have with people that I haven't met yet that are also content creators. Because like we're also going through our own shit.
Yeah.
But like, once again, we gotta feed our insecurities.
We're in the
right?
same boat. We're all
Yeah,
in the
I
same
mean,
boat.
but it does feel good to make people laugh, right?
It does. It feels great.
Yeah,
It feels great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ishaan
Hello.
in the building.
Hello.
What's your handle? Sexy Ishaan?
Really Ishaan on TikTok and Sexy Ishaan on Instagram.
Ah,
Yeah, a
okay,
little
gotcha.
different.
I like the immediate confidence that your handle kind of portrays.
It's it started off as irony.
Okay.
And then it's really catchy, so I just kept it, you know? Like,
It is.
if you call yourself sexy enough times, you're going to manifest it. And so
Yeah.
people are going to think about that. So
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
Sexy Ishaan.
Manifest it.
Because my Instagram handle is Christian has asthma, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's manifested
yeah.
both in the virtual realm and in the literal realm. Julia just has her full name on there, so like
That's
you know.
basic. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's 2 hyphens.
Oh.
I mean not
Oh,
hyphens,
shit.
underscores.
Underscores. Okay, what's the point for the 2 underscores?
I think the one was taken, honestly.
There's another Juliet Perry?
Yeah. I used to be Juju 1025
Ah.
when that was like still like, you know.
It's kind of ratchet.
That is,
Juju,
that's like
Juju?
Juju on the beat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was telling you right when you came here that I'm glad that you are the person that you are. Because once again, we are strangers.
Yes.
And like, you know, you could just be a completely different person.
Yeah.
On the other end of the spectrum, were you a little nervous to like come here and like did you think I was gonna be who I was gonna be?
Well, all I saw was the stuff on the podcast. You never really know, right?
Yeah.
Also, you were like, I have people over. I'm like, oh God, I got to meet more people. Like, what if they're weird? What if I'm weird? Like, what if it's a bad combo?
Guess what?
But-
We're all weird, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're all bonding together. I also could have been like, I could have been a serial killer. You could have been a serial killer. You could have been a serial
Imagine
killer.
if we were all serial killers together. if we
are.
just
Podcast of
bonded.
only serial killers.
So your body count as of last June?
Talking about sex or murders.
Yeah. You do this funny. There's just like, okay, what I'm really excited to like really bond on is that you and I have an age difference. Like all of us here do, because like you are 21 years old.
I'm 21.
You're fresh. You're legal. Baddies out there. If you
You're
want yourself,
fresh.
if you want yourself a facially symmetric individual
Okay.
that graduated from UC Berkeley, that's right. He has enough brain cells to figure it out. Then
Just enough.
Just enough.
Send him your feet pics, and he might send it back.
God.
No, I'm excited to bridge the gap between our generations because we're millennials.
Oh wow.
You're Gen Z.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm Gen Z. Proudly Gen Z.
Do you feel a difference with like? Do you look at us? Let me try to pose this.
Oh,
correctly.
I don't like this. I'm feeling old.
Do you feel old?
Well, the way you're like wording this.
The way I know. I'm already catching myself. Do you look at us? You just be like, these guys are dusty.
A little bit, yeah.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
You think I'm dusty?
You think she's dusty?
I used to make this joke all the time that like Gen Z would come up with a joke and use it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And millennials would use it for the next 7 years. Because I feel like you guys are way less internet savvy. And you guys
I feel like
it's just different times.
I feel like I'm talking to my mom. Like how I talk to my mom is how
Yeah, we're being spoken to that like
fuck.
internet savvy. I upload to YouTube twice a week. You
oh
bitch.
wow. Hey, more power to you, man. I'll drink to that.
How many TikTok videos do you upload in a second?
In a second.
Because it seems like every time I open my phone, it's your face.
I post like every day. I try to post every day.
One video a day?
One video a day. At least one video a day. Sometimes, you get lazy, but like I think, it's all about like quantity and quality.
Yes.
And just like consistency. You gotta get yourself out there like every single day.
The consistency part is okay. Here's the difference between what you and I do.
Right.
My thing that I've been doing is like long form comedy.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Right?
Yeah, it's
conversational.
completely different.
Yours is like bite size. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out here serving like a 3-course meal. No Michelin star. No Michelin star. Just like
No
a
Michelin
3-course meal at like this random, Filipino buffet. That doesn't make sense. But
Yeah.
you out here, you giving macarons to everyone, right?
Right. Yeah, like 10-second videos. Literally, if you comment on my video, I might reply to it. And
Damn.
there you go.
And you are a real replier. Wow.
Yeah, I reply.
How long does it take for you to think of a TikTok video?
I feel like it doesn't take very often, but like, because you always come up with ideas. Like you'll be, walking down the street and be like, oh, that might be funny.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours later, you're like, that's a horrible idea. Like, why did I even think about that? So I feel like coming up with a good idea takes some time because, especially with skits, you got to like plan out the skit and like, plan the dialogue. Like, is this really funny or is it just funny to me, Yeah. And then you got to worry about like if stuff has been done before because like it feels like everything on the internet's been done before. Like, everyone's made every single type of joke. And it's like, okay, how original can I really be? And so I feel like it takes time. Ideas come often, but good ideas come pretty rarely, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you or have you ever posted videos and then deleted them when you felt like
they
didn't get
yeah.
enough or like
no,
you were
all
like
the time.
oh fuck.
All the time. Because you can get like, I call it like, it's not like post nut clarity, but it's like post TikTok clarity. Where
Okay,
it's like,
I'm connecting with you now.
Exactly.
This is us bridging that gap because even though you're 21 and 28, guess what? I nut too.
okay. And you like post a video and you'll be like, oh, this is so funny. And then like 2 minutes later, you watch it again. And you're like, this is the worst idea. Like, why did I post this? Like, this is going to end up like my kids are going to watch this in 20 years. Like, this is stupid. You just delete the video like immediately. It's like, why did I post that?
Do you have an example of that of that video that you posted then deleted?
I have posted. So back when I was trying to figure out like what type of TikToker I was, right? Because like you always you don't know what your niche is very originally. So at first I was doing like college content. And then I was like, yo, maybe like everyone's thirst trapping. Like Josh Richards is thirst trapping. Bryce Hall. Let me post a shirtless video. And I posted it, right? This is like when I was like 19 or 20.
So long ago.
Okay, like
Ages ago.
2 years. Like it was like two years to me is a long time.
Okay.
And it was like I just posted it, and then within like 2 minutes of me posting it, I get like 4 different people texting me like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, why did you post this? And I look back at it and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I really just took my shirt off for a bunch of strangers on the internet, and I deleted it within 5 minutes. And I'm like, I mean, I pray no one has that video, and they probably do.
Someone does.
Someone definitely has
Someone
it. And
probably
it's gonna show
downloaded it.
up.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
can
show
save
up.
TikTok videos
And
unlike Instagram.
There's a lot of videos like that. It's just like, why did I make that joke?
What's the context of how you took off your shirt? Or like, is it just like, was there like comedy involved?
No,
or was it just
it
like,
was a
legit?
dancing video with my shirt off. And
So the shirt was already off when the video started.
Yes, which is like
Okay.
the main problem is that I went head on into it. Didn't
Yeah,
even,
you
like,
should
try
like
to,
at least some foreplay,
there
have
was
the shirt on.
not even a little tease. It was straight up like, I'll show you the whole world.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it
I'll
was.
show you.
That's like opening up a porn video and there's just like, oh, you're already fucking?
Yeah, it's like they're already like moaning. Like the guy's like, it's like, oh my god.
It's already like inside, right?
Like,
I don't know.
where's your dishwasher being broken? Like,
yeah,
where's the plumber walking in?
Where's the pizza delivery boy?
Yeah, what's your relationship and where are you? Who are you to each other?
We need the character development first.
Yeah.
There was no development. It was straight into it. So I don't want to talk about that. It was a dark moment in my life.
Okay.
Because there was a couple of videos like it wasn't just like one. It was a one-off video. No, there was a time where I was genuinely like lip syncing into the mic and into the camera.
That's a huge trend right now.
Like
It's a huge
full
trend.
seriousness.
Straight up like.
Or like you
with-
knew you were joking like into it, but like you were actually being
I was,
very
like,
serious, like feeling yourself.
I was like coping by saying like, oh, it's just a joke. Like I'm just being satirical. But like really, I was like, let me just like get into the sunlight in the golden hour, and let me just like let me just sing to like Katy Perry or some shit, you know?
But you know that's kind of feeding the algorithm, right? Because that's the thing.
Well, it is if you're like a girl or like a strong white guy.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Strong white men.
If you're like not like hot, like objectively hot, that does not work for you.
I think
does
it
not work for you.
I've said already, facially symmetric. I would not say anything if you were facially asymmetric. Let me ask you this. Where is the balance between leaning too hard into making content knowing that the algorithm will pick it up and still keeping your content creating integrity?
I think the line is blurred because, you know, at a certain point, like, okay, you care about the content that you're making, but if it's getting like a couple thousand views, a couple hundred views, it's like, why am I even doing this, right? Like I could be spending this time on something better. So you need to kind of adopt what the algorithms are doing and the trends and all the stuff that's happening. Because like, if you're not getting any satisfaction successfully, why do it? So I think a lot of the times it's like, okay, I think this is gonna go viral, and even if I don't think it's that funny, or if I don't think like it's that nice, or if I think it's cringe, I'm still gonna post it because I know it's gonna get 100,000 views or like a million views.
Is there anything that you've ever posted just like for yourself, just to be like, let me like create something, fuck if anyone likes it, because I just want to put something out there? Or is it really based on like the numbers and like the response you get
It's
from
based
it?
on the numbers.
Yeah.
I used to like put stuff that I thought was funny and stuff that like my friends thought were funny, and stuff like I genuinely thought like that could actually go viral, and it didn't go viral. And then I quickly realized like, okay, it's not. No one cares about like what I think. It's like about what the audience thinks and what your audience is, right? Because TikTok is very much about audiences, and you have to cater to the audiences. And so like for me now, it's like, okay, what does the audience want? What does the audience think that's funny?
Yeah.
And let me try to cater to that rather than like what I think I want to do. And maybe in the future I can like pivot.
Yeah.
But let me get to that point where I can actually pivot, you know?
Yeah.
What's your end game? Like, what do you want what do you want your TikTok popularity to turn into in the future?
Well, for me, like I'm still doing it for fun and for the most part, right? But like it's
glad.
becoming success. I'm like I haven't fallen off yet, which is good, you know? Like
You've gotten opportunities from it.
I've gotten like I just got a sponsorship deal. Like I still get stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, let me ride this out. And if it rides out and maybe I get to like 600K and then I completely fall off and nobody cares about me anymore, all right, let me get a real job, right? If I get to like 1 million and I can become a full-time creator, like, okay, let me do that. If I get to like, 1 million or 800K and people are like, yo, act in our movie, then I go into that. But it's like, it's very open for me. It's like, let me just ride it out and let me put like the time in, because I've already put 2 years into it. Let me just ride it out and see like where it goes.
It's kind of crazy that's kind of the trajectory of short form social media videos now, is that back in the day when this didn't exist,
Right.
people had to go to acting school, people had to go audition for things, and people had to like, read sides and like get commercial gigs and like, work as a waiter or a waitress.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it does blow my mind that the opportunity exists to be able to make short form bite-sized comedic videos and be offered these opportunities. Like, it is definitely a real possibility that they could be like, yo, Ishaan, we like your content, we like your look. Do you want to like have this small role in this video, in this movie?
Definitely.
Right?
And it's not even like comedy videos. It's look at Addison Rae. Like Addison Rae just like twerks on the gram and like twerks on TikTok.
Yeah.
And respect to her. She got like her own like Netflix movie, which is crazy. Like no acting experience whatsoever.
It is insane.
And like I respect it, like because like not everyone can do it.
Yeah.
But the fact that you just have the opportunity to do that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you feel like TikTok, though, in a couple, I mean, I don't want to say like the amount of years, but it will die out? Because when you think about literally pre-COVID, like TikTok was around, but it was only for like a small amount of people who used it. And then it got more popular.
Definitely.
And I'm like, because it was like, I feel like the same thing, like obviously like Vine was a thing that disappeared. Even people who are like YouTubers, I feel like YouTubers now are like, not a dying breed. I don't want to say that, but like, it's like.
People watch it less.
The longevity of it. Is it just another like trending?
I think it's
app
surpassed the.
It's I mean, bigger than anything has ever been, like for sure, and like how much like success can come out of it. But it's like how long will people be entertained by it?
I think for a long time.
You think so?
Yeah, because like it's surpassed its 15 minutes of fame, if I can say, for like, small ad, like Vine didn't surpass its 15 minutes of fame. It survived for like a few years, but I think TikTok has now gone beyond that, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're constantly surprised. Look at all these different forms of media that are surprisingly palatable. Podcasts already, It's
and podcasts have been around for a while.
Yeah.
But no one was really listening to podcasts before they kind of made it bite-sized and like posted clips on like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram.
It was only if you already had a following.
Yeah,
exactly.
like Joe Rogan, let's say. Joe Rogan's the one that like popped it off back in
Howard
2010.
Stern. I mean, I know it wasn't really a podcast.
Radio show.
But
though.
still,
Right. Definitely.
But nowadays, I think about in this direction, like technology is making us dumber and dumber, right?
100%. Yeah.
Like the fact that I'm able to hold this conversation with two individuals for as long as I already have astounds me.
Good for us.
But however, when I'm outside, I'm a fucking squirrel, dude. I'm a squirrel. How have I not gotten hit by a car right now? Which is why TikTok and small, bite-sized, palatable content is very, it's feasible, man.
Oh, 100%. I feel like a lot of, especially like my generation and like kids under me, younger than me, don't have like maybe prescribed ADHD, but have some level of attention like span disorders where it's like you can't focus on, like you can't read a book front to back anymore. Like it's 15 seconds of content onto the next one, 10 seconds of content onto the next one. There's no like long-term like distraction free like just focusing anymore. And I've seen it for myself. Like I could be able to read like a 500-page book back in the day when I was like 8 or 9. I can't do that anymore. I can read maybe 30 pages and call it a day and go on Twitter.
I'm impressed. I'm already impressed.
Well,
by 30
I
pages,
can
dude.
read. I can read less.
I love the idea of reading a book. I love the essence of. I love picturing myself in a coffee shop
Reading a book. Yep.
reading a book.
I try and do that all the time, and I'll read like 4 pages, and I'm like, fuck.
I would love to post myself on social media, like with a book, like new book, guys. Look at me.
I did that last week.
Oh, you did it. How far did you get?
When I was at the beach and I posted that photo, I read like.
Oh, at the beach reading
I was
a
at
book.
the
Oh,
beach.
classic.
Solid
Yeah,
algorithm
no, it was-
trick.
Yeah.
Classic.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Fucking good.
No, I didn't read that many pages.
Can you quantify it? Do you know how many? And what was the book about?
How many chapters? Do you know how many chapters it was?
Oh no, I didn't read a chapter. Oh no,
Not even a chapter.
yeah, it's where the crawdads sing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think I know that.
I've
Is that like
never heard of
a
that
small
book.
text kind of book? Is it old school?
I think it's kind of no. It was the writer. It was her first book, and they're coming out with a movie. They said it. The book says in May, but I'm like, it's June and
is
it's
June.
not out.
They need to bring back picture books.
Oh, definitely.
right?
Picture books?
Yeah, I mean, like not every page needs to be a picture, but like, do you remember? Like,
I had a couple. No, I had a few books that were literally just pictures. Like no. Like, but it was like it was
Wait,
telling.
just pictures?
Is that what you're trying? No,
Braille.
hold on. It was like it wasn't animated, but it was like drawn out, and there weren't any lines, but it was clear there was a story in it. Yeah.
Okay, that makes.
That's like kindergarten.
No, it wasn't even okay. Whoa.
You read this recently?
No, I mean I had them when I was in like elementary school, but it was like a series of 3 different books that it was all illustrations. But like it was a story, but it was like also just up to the imagination.
Oh,
You can
okay.
tell. I love that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
And it was like it wasn't like basic like illustrations. Like it was like kind of like a trippy book a little bit.
I think it's better. I don't know like what literature is to like today's youth, but like back in the day we had I mean like let me talk to the person
Oh,
close to
okay.
my age real quick. I mean, and I'll come back
Back
to
in the
you
day, okay.
because I don't know if you're.
I mean, what?
Do you know what like a page on a text on a page was, or is it all just like? Do you try to do this to books? You try to like zoom in
relax.
on books?
I'm not that young. Okay, relax.
Okay, like explain your like what was like your childhood like? We have a 7-year
Seven.
difference.
7-year difference.
I'm curious as to what like you grew up like.
So I feel like I didn't have social media or the internet in terms of like genuinely checking every single day until I was in middle school. So for the first like 10 years of my life, it was very much probably what you guys had, like going outside, playing basketball, hanging out with the friends. You know,
Okay,
very
nice. The good old
the good old days,
Good
right?
old days.
Yeah.
And then when you go into like 6th, 7th grade, everyone starts getting either phones or like iPods. iPod touches were huge. Like my first like smartphone was an iPod touch where I could download, like I didn't even have a number. I had text free. There was one of those text free apps. You could text your friends.
Nice.
I had Snapchat, I had Instagram and Facebook.
Damn,
And so
dude.
Okay.
as soon as you go into middle school, you're now like capturing everything. And now you're like texting your
So
friends
wait,
during
was
class.
middle school for you 20?
Like 20,
12?
like 2011,
2011,
yeah, something like that. Yeah. So
Okay.
okay.
Because I got my first Instagram post was like 2 weeks before my senior year, before I graduated.
Was
which
it really that early?
Which was 10 years ago.
Oh,
yesterday, I
Holy
graduated from high
shit,
school.
dude. I mean, to give you
wow.
a stamp of like how much time has passed for us as opposed to you and your wrinkle-free, youthful self. My
Stop
10-year
making me
reunion
feel
should
so
have been
fucking
last
old.
year. Yeah.
whoa.
Crazy reunion.
That's
right?
crazy.
That's
I
insane.
can't
You
even
just
think of
graduated from Berkeley,
Yeah,
man.
holy shit.
What was your first phone?
My first real phone was one of those like LG Razr Touches, the ones where like you would flip it up and it had little keyboards.
Okay.
But that didn't have any apps on it, so I would just use my iPod Touch that everyone else had.
Okay.
And go on all the social media apps.
Were you spitting game as a kid?
So I don't know if you guys heard.
Curious, man.
So there was this app called Kik. You guys ever heard of Kik
Yeah,
Messengers?
KIK.
KIK. Everyone in middle school had that app,
Yeah.
and we would have some crazy group chats, and we would message some people. And so, I feel like at that age, you're not really thinking about like sex or like kissing or like at
Dude,
least for me.
hugging is
Yeah, it was
at
like
that
crazy.
time was
Holding
just so
hands
much-
is like-
Holding hands was like a,
The fact that like you like people
my
would be like,
God.
"Yo, you know, like, you know, Christian and whoever, they were holding hands behind the school the other day." I'm like, holding hands? What are you talking holding hands? Yeah, but it's like you weren't thinking about that. It was just like you thought a girl was cute and you liked her personality, and
Yeah.
maybe one day you get to hug. You know, the first time I had a hug was like in 7th or 8th grade,
Fireworks.
and I thought about it for like 2 years after that.
Yes, I still think about. I have shout out to my 8th grade crush. You don't know who I am. When she hugged me, oh my god! I know I was a whole lot of man to hug back in the day, but
Butterflies.
like butterflies
Butterflies.
for days. It was a butterfly exhibit that I was just like in because it's I was a hand virgin for up
Oh.
until like 18.
Oh.
I didn't hold hands for the longest time.
18.
Yeah.
God damn.
I didn't have my first. Oh, I'm sorry. Yo.
18.
I was kidding. I
Take
was
it
kidding.
easy. My first girlfriend, I didn't have until I was 18. I'm not holding hands platonically with anyone else, unless I'm saying Our Father with people in Catholic church.
This
Holy
is true.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh,
When did you start holding hands?
I was holding hands in middle school.
No way. Wow.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I was like 15, I think, the first time I held hands with a girl.
13.
I don't think I
15.
ever.
15.
Yeah, a little older.
I don't know if I ever held hands at school, but like, you know, like at the tree lighting maybe, or like,
Whoa.
you know, down at
You're getting
like
freaky.
one of
Dang.
those.
You're
Yeah,
getting freaky
holding
in
hands
middle
at the tree
school.
lighting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No. But like to even think about that adolescent joy, the opportunity of like, I mean, like, explain it to me. Like, was it like you guys were in the movies and someone's hand like just was like going for the popcorn and like, oops.
So the first time for hand holding,
Yeah.
the first time I held hands with a girl,
This is such a modest conversation.
I
I
love,
love
it.
it.
I love it.
I was 15 and she was like a senior in high school. So she was like 17 or 18. So already I feel like
Shit.
I'm
Listen, you got a cougar.
I feel like I'm the man right here, right?
Yeah.
And we're like walking to get our first date to get boba, like a classic high school relationship.
Nice.
Right? And we're just walking, and I see her hand, and it's like brushing against my pants, and I'm like, okay, I've watched enough movies. I know there's a sign here, and I just look to her, and I'm like, hey, do you want to hold hands? And she just goes, yes. And so like I
Wow.
reached down, like my hands like trembling, like literally like sweating, like clammy, like I don't know what she thought, and I was like, grab her hand, and I just like felt like my heart drop, but like in a way where it's like kind of pure joy because you're like,
Yeah,
you're so
man.
young. You don't really know anything, right? Like it was before I didn't have a first kiss yet. Like I was literally just like pure joy and just like realizing, okay, dude, I'm the man right now. Like this is crazy. I better not fuck this up. And just
Did you fuck it up?
100%. You always fuck it up at that age, you know?
I mean, I don't think, but thinking back, I mean, I feel like it was fair game for all of us. We were all just young, dumb kids.
Yeah.
Like, if I had the level of confidence that I have now back in the day, don't worry, I'm still very insecure. But if I had the level of confidence that I did back in the day, like, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, like, if I'd just known that we were all just figuring it out in high school, I would have been able to, like, have a chance.
Yeah.
I think about like there was always a solid amount of couples in high school that were always making out,
Oh yeah, in the hallways.
like
In the
aggressively,
hallways.
and I'm like,
Oh my gosh. And it was like, you guys don't like each other that much.
is
Like this
crazy.
is something, you guys got personal issues. Like this is gross.
In middle
Yeah.
school, I saw for the first time 2 individuals making out, and it's like, and this was before I'd seen any form of porn. I had not watched porn yet, and I was like, "Whoa, that is crazy! She's pregnant now."
she's pregnant.
And then
There was a
Twins.
girl in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, there was a girl, same age as us, like must have been like 11 or 12, who got pregnant. And she dropped out of middle school because she got pregnant. And I was like, wait, she kissed somebody else? Like, what happened? How did we get here? Because like it was before sex ed. Like I didn't even know how to get pregnant. So I was
Yeah.
like, wait, she like held hands and kissed somebody, and now she's gonna have a
Like,
child.
I can never.
This is crazy. Like,
and then the stork came on,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
is dropping off a baby soon.
it's like I can't hold hands with a girl ever now. Like this is crazy. Like, I don't want a kid. I'm too young. I'm 11.
You gotta glove it up, man.
Yeah, but like, that was like one of the first like looking back on it, I was like, how did you even know like how to have sex at like 11 or 12? Like
No clue.
Who taught you that?
I feel like I had my first sex ed class in the 4th grade.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know if you.
What?
No, early. Mine was
But I
7th
think
grade.
I went to like Pittsburgh, which is near Antioch, and it's a little more ghetto. And I
Okay.
mean, I don't want to say like any trends, but like
Yeah.
usually in more impoverished areas,
Yeah.
you tend to fuck more, right?
Yeah, see that.
That's why the Philippines is overpopulated. That's why like a bunch of like third world countries are
Yeah,
overpopulated.
India is very overpopulated.
You ain't got. There's nothing else to
There's
do,
nothing
right?
else to do.
You know, TV's
Literally.
not working. It's really hot today. Like
There's
we're
no
all-
internet. Like you just you got to do what you got to do.
You got your body, I got my body. And so I think that's why they did sex ed early, but it was like just the intro to sex ed. So I probably
okay.
saw like the anatomy of a boob,
Oh, okay.
but they were still telling us like this, if this docks this, then something will happen, right?
This docs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
They definitely just need to do better at teaching sex ed in school and like
definitely.
make it just more of like the anatomy of it and actually what it is, and then not just like penis, vagina, baby.
Yeah.
Like literally like make it more like about like what you should know about your own body.
In my 7th grade sex ed class, because that was the first time I had sex ed, like there's 2 things I remember, and that's the only things I remember, is one was one of the teachers during our sex ed class put a condom on a banana, and that just stuck with me.
I feel like
was
I only see that in movies.
no, that was real life,
And
I
it
remember-
is so it is so hurtful that they use bananas, because bananas
They're so
are
massive, bro. They're so
not
big, bro.
realistic. Have you seen a Manilan banana? Have you seen like the bananas from like Asian or ethnic countries? They're smaller.
there are smaller.
That is
a
nicer.
little more accurate, you know, like
You have a TikTok video. You are reacting to is it a banana?
Oh, the banana hands. I know what
Banana
you're talking
hands.
about. Yes.
Yeah, and then like afterwards it cuts to you. You're just like, that banana is never gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
Has a great personality.
It's above average.
It's above average.
Guys, look at these little bananas. They're so cute. Look, they're not even as big as my hand. Wow.
I think those bananas are above average. I bet they have a great personality too.
Witches, I love. I love. The other day, I was hanging out with some coworkers, and they brought out what the fuck was it? I think it was like 2 different types of hot dogs. I think there was just like a regular Polish dog, and then someone had cooked Vienna sausages.
I was gonna say, was there some Vienna sausages
go.
in there?
Yeah, there was. And then my coworker was just like, man, 3 inches in love feels like 6 inches, dude.
If it works, it works. You know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like,
It'll do the job. It'll do the job.
this is why foreplay is important, right? In some cases, like that.
Are Vienna sausages? I'm sorry to interrupt. Are
No, go
they
ahead.
okay to eat uncooked?
I used to do that all the time,
Okay.
Really?
as a child, and I'm still here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Did they taste good?
Horrible.
Because I had a potluck at one point, and someone brought just like
Stop.
they opened the
Vienna
can and just
sausages.
went, and
Shut
they all
up.
plopped in there.
Throw that person in jail.
Yeah.
Like in the day. In a day.
And it's still a running joke for people who were there who witnessed like we threw them away immediately because we're like,
should.
we can't.
That's gross. Yeah, that's disgusting.
We live during a time where cooking is so accessible.
It's so accessible.
Everyone has an air fryer.
Yes.
Everyone on TikTok has an air fryer, and now everyone's a fucking chef, right? Am I right?
Everyone's fucking Gordon Ramsay on TikTok.
Yeah,
now.
they're just
It's
like,
ridiculous.
here's a quick ways to make southern fried chicken in an air fryer. And it's all these like ASMR things of people throwing chicken on the table. You could hear like the salt and pepper shaking on the fucking fried chicken. And you could hear the part that you cannot leave out. The part that is analogous to a cum shot in a porn video.
Whoa.
Is when the person finishes making it and takes a bite out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Know what I'm
That's just
saying?
an explosion of just
You
everything,
have to.
bro.
I get pissed off. I'm blue ball.
When they don't.
When they make this bomb ass banh mi,
And
they're
then
just
it's
like,
just like, here you go.
they're just like banh mi 5 minutes, and like it cuts to the next video. I'm like, but
You didn't eat the food. Like,
you didn't finish.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. You need that. You need to finish.
You have
need
to.
to finish.
You have to finish.
You have to finish.
Always.
If there's
Always.
a takeaway from this podcast, finish.
You have
Finish.
to finish.
Everyone look in the camera and say
You
it.
have
Finish.
But not too fast.
No.
Let them have some
Guys
fun
out
too.
there, girls, y'all can finish multiple times. It's okay. You guys have
It's okay.
You guys have like a revolver with all 6 bullets in there.
Exactly.
I got a double
Yeah,
barrel.
but you
Yeah,
know,
if that.
you got
fucking
one- you got
technically
one
men,
shot.
you guys come like 80% more than women.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's like easier.
Yeah.
I will say that though.
That's how much easier it is for men to come.
Because like
than
any
women.
motion, you just do the same motion enough times,
Yes.
and a guy will,
And it's
come.
enough, right?
It's enough.
You look at it, you breathe on it, I'm done.
But it's like girls gotta do all this. It's like a treasure piece. It's like
I'm
a
shaking
puzzle.
my head.
It's a maze.
It's a maze.
It's like you start at one part and then like there are dead ends. You're
it's-
just like, that's
it's
not
like-
working.
yeah.
There's
I
a
gotta
show on
restart.
Netflix. Hold on, I want to look it up. I don't want to butcher it. That people should watch because it has. Hold on.
What is it? Sex
Continue.
life?
No, it's like I think is it The Art of Pleasure? I think that's what it's called.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Art.
You have a show about that?
Yeah.
It's like a Netflix.
You sure
oh,
it's
yeah.
on Netflix?
Art of Pleasure. Oh, I'm sorry. The Principles of Pleasure.
Oh,
Principles of
so
pleasure.
classy with
Very
using
classy.
Men,
good word choice.
Women,
Yeah.
everybody, whomever.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I gotta watch it.
I think that, I mean, like, okay, listeners, we're going to go there. We're already here. The penis is just one organ. It's just one. It's obvious.
It's just there.
Obvious. It's grotesque.
It's
It is
there.
what it is,
Yeah.
right? The vagina, pristine, royal. There are
A
certain
lot of
spots.
intricacies. A lot of
Watch
intricacies.
The Pursuit
Yes.
of Pleasure. Like
Yes.
I watched that and I learned things.
Oh, okay.
More so than like watching porn. Do you think it'd be more educational?
Is that even a fucking question, Christian? What the fuck?
wait,
I am
I wouldn't
disappointed
have
in
asked
you.
that. I wouldn't even
okay,
have asked.
obviously, but no,
Yes, it is extremely more educational than porn because porn is fucking fake.
Porn is
Yes,
fake,
yes. No,
man.
I understand that. No. That's why. Oh God, we're learning a lot more about this. I make sure to watch real porn.
Real?
What does
the
that
fuck
mean, man?
is a
I'm
real
embarrassed as we're
porn?
talking
What
about
is-
this
like,
now.
like
We don't
fucking
have to
like
talk- we
hidden
don't have to
camera
talk
porn.
about
What are you
it.
No,
talking
that's
about?
not real. That's fucking. That's weird and
criminal.
voyeur.
Yeah,
no,
that is
that's
criminal.
weird.
What are you
There's like,
talking about?
there has to
What
be
is-
paperwork with that. No, I'm talking about like POV, amateur, like
That's still fake.
But that's
and the
still. I mean,
titles say like in a long-term relationship or some
fake.
shit.
It's all fake.
Oh,
that
you
I'm
mean where actual like couples are making
Yeah.
amateur porn videos?
That
Where
is
the girl
still-
doesn't have to come.
But she does for the video.
but
the
even if
video,
she
sure.
doesn't, but I mean, you're still not like I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very confident in my, in my
Your abilities.
in my coitus abilities.
Okay.
I'm very confident in my cunnilingus abilities.
Hey man, you don't have to prove it to us.
I know.
We understand, man.
I
We-
grew up fat. Look at my old pictures.
Okay.
Boy likes to eat. Boy likes to eat. Yes.
Hot pockets.
Stop. She's become my bully in the last few years. I told her, she's one of my best friends, and I have divulged to her like my.
I asked him what he used to eat in one day, and it got written on a bar napkin.
Yes, I was drunk and I wrote it down, and so I used to say like half a bag of Tyson buffalo chicken wings.
Okay.
Or I'd be like three pepperoni and cheese hot pockets. And so, like, I would tell her this list, and now she just can't get out of her mind that, to get fat, you got to work for it. Does that not?
Yeah, no, it does. The Hot Pockets. The Hot Pockets just stick with me.
This comes from a girl that still eats Easy Mac.
What? Easy Mac.
He went to the store yesterday, and he goes, do you want anything? And I go, we need new toothbrushes.
An Easy Mac.
Can
you get me applesauce too? Because can you does your husband pre-massacate it to you before you eat? Because
I am an independent woman and make my own Easy Mac. Okay.
Okay.
Easy Mac.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck up on the Easy Mac.
Right?
You couldn't make like normal mac and cheese.
No, I bought mac and cheese. I bought mac and cheese the other night, or like a couple weeks ago, from 7-Eleven after being at the bar.
Oh, so already done.
And No, mac and cheese.
Already made for you.
Yeah, you made the mac and cheese.
No, I didn't make it. I bought the box of it, and I got home, and I was like, I don't have fucking butter. I don't have milk. I was like, this is a whole fucking project.
Oh, yeah, you still have to make the cheese.
Yeah, you
At the
gotta
very
do the
most,
whole...
you could like probably buy store-bought cheese, like Velveeta.
Just to combine it, yeah.
Melt it, boil the pasta.
Again, why not just fucking buy Easy Mac?
Because we're not like 5.
Yeah, we are.
Do you cook? Being a college,
I cook. I make struggle meals, like...
Okay, what the fuck is a struggle meal?
Like, literally ketchup and...
Stuff.
And
Don't start off.
Are we five?
No one starts
Are
off.
we 5? Hold on. Because our 1.5-year-old nephew was literally just licking ketchup off of fries yesterday.
Listen,
so
it adds... Ketchup adds flavor to whatever you put it on.
I'm more upset that you started off the meal description with a condiment. You didn't say white bread with ketchup. You said
ketchup.
This is a struggle meal. It's gonna be Dijon mustard and a cracker, Skyflake specifically. The fact that you both disappoint me heavily.
Okay.
Eat good. There is good food out there at a cheap price still.
There is. I eat good food sometimes.
It's just
Taco
hard.
Bell.
It's hard, exactly.
What? Continue ketchup and
literally just ketchup. You like melt. You make you try to make a grilled cheese, but really sometimes you're lazy.
With ketchup?
Wait, how do you lazily make a grilled cheese? What does that turn into?
You just don't melt the cheese.
You don't melt it. It's just fucking 2 pieces of bread and a slice of cheese.
Slice of cheese. You dip it in ketchup. That's your dinner right there.
That is
some pepper jack cheese.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
But with
I have
ketchup?
some class.
This sounds like you lived during the potato famine. What the fuck are you doing? Is this the Great Depression? The Great Depression was literally 100 years ago.
It's hard. It's hard being a college student,
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to go grocery shopping. Like, I don't have time for that. I'd rather just either sleep or go party. Like, I'm not going to Safeway.
That's what I was gonna say. All right, I'm allocated this much funds for the week, for the month, let's say. I will put 5% of it into ketchup and Wonder Bread. The other 95% will go into
cheese.
and slices of pepper
Don't
jack
forget
cheese.
the pepper jack.
The other 95% of your funds probably went to AMFs. Do not.
That is facts.
Don't shit me.
No, AMFs and whiskey sours were
whiskey sours
were my go-to during the bars. And I think I drank more calories in alcohol than I ate in food my senior year.
I believe that.
I feel like that's fair.
That makes sense.
That's
You got to
good.
do it during college. As much as I'm
exactly.
as much as I'm picking on you about that shit, yeah, you have to fucking do it.
I definitely am drinking more currently than I was when I was only in college for about 7 months. But even when I was a younger, 21 to 23, 24 age, I drink more now than I did back then.
Well, back then you were kind of she was just taking care of of more drunk people.
Oh,
That's true.
That makes sense.
And now that you were
Now
just
that I'm an old fucking maid, Jesus. An old maid of a fucking old millennial who just fucking doesn't know how to use technology.
well, I mean, it's just you could have done college. I could imagine you being a college
I could have done
student.
college.
You could have done the
college.
party style of it.
I see that.
Oh, yeah.
I totally see that.
Well, but the college that I went to was a performing arts school, so we had some parties, but we also literally did not have time to party.
Yeah, you're just I have to practice this dance and
Literally.
I have to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I mean, it was fun, but again, I only went for like 6 months. So
Yeah, I mean, and
college
that's
dropout.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
you really
The-
just need like 6 months.
we spent hella money on
Yeah, I
university.
Hey,
spent too
I
much time
still
in college.
fucking owe in like student loans.
Holy
unfortunately.
shit.
In
For
6
real?
months. Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It was an
That's
expensive
horrible.
school, and I got a loan, and then they were like, "Just kidding. Your drama and dance grade didn't really go towards your GPA, so you didn't actually have a high enough GPA to qualify for this. You owe us $10,000 more dollars."
That's
Oh my
weak.
gosh.
Imagine if we just like got rid of society and the educational system, and we were just hunter gatherers.
Like, oh, back to like the BC's ages.
Yeah, I'd much rather instead of like taking a final, I'll hunt a fucking mammoth. I will go out there with the
I'll risk my life.
with a makeshift spear. If I had Ishaan, if us three right here,
Yeah.
you know, and then Chris is the one over there, like, you know, picking berries, right? Because we need nutrition. We need a well balanced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need our antioxidants.
But if it was us three hunting a mammoth,
Okay.
let's state our roles in this strategic takedown right now.
My
Okay.
dumbass would be the one to like distract it, because I feel like that's all I'm good for. I'll distract the mammoth. It'll chase
With TikTok videos.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll do a little TikTok dance. It'll chase me. You guys attack it from the sides. I think that's the best way to go.
Okay, sounds good. How would you handle this? If
would
he's doing
I-
that.
How would I attack a mammoth?
Yes, if he's doing that, and I still have like a
We have
position. of-
spears. What are our weapons?
Spears, or one of those like net things with like
The lasso?
rocks in it.
That's-
Oh, not lasso. We're not cowboys.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's a big ass net. We'd
Yeah.
have to throw that together if we're dealing with a mammoth
Yes,
here.
a
Yeah,
mammoth.
it's a large.
I
large.
would attempt to climb the tree that is right next to this mammoth that he's distracting.
All right, hoping that there's a tree.
Hoping that there's a tree.
I'm not really familiar with the terrain that
I don't
mammoths
really
live
know
in.
if there were trees in the fucking ice age.
Yeah, it's the Ice
I
Age.
think there were. If I'm basing it off of the cartoon animated movie Ice Age, there were trees because Sid the Sloth is asleep in a tree
That
when
is
he
historically
realizes.
accurate. Very historically accurate movie.
Killing it. Reading books with only pictures in it. And
Getting my knowledge from Ice
getting
Age.
your facts from Ice Age. A very
DreamWorks,
successful
baby.
DreamWorks franchise with 5 movies now
Yeah.
or something like that.
I say Sid the Sloth is my spirit animal.
I could see
We
that.
have some resemblances.
I could see some of that. I mean, say it confidently.
Me and Sid the Sloth are the same person.
While you're okay, so we're both throwing the net.
No.
Who's
no,
impaling
hold
it
on.
with the
No,
spear
I
then?
am.
Then it's
I
not
didn't,
gonna
I
die.
didn't
Yeah.
finish. I didn't finish. I'm going to walk out on the branch that's right above the mammoth with the spear, and I'm going to jump off of the branch,
Oh,
full
wow.
on straddling and stabbing the mammoth's head.
Okay,
Maybe the neck, the base, right there.
Okay, so
I would
I'll throw the
definitely kill
rocks,
it.
and then you kill it. You distract.
I'll distract.
Now, this is because we have to kill the mammoth to survive, right? Because I don't want to, like, talk about hunting
yeah, this
animals
is
if
not-
we don't
I mean,
have to.
mammoths are also
We're
not real anymore.
We're not
Yeah, that's
poaching.
true. They're not.
So it doesn't really matter.
Jurassic
This-
Park.
Okay.
True.
That's
True.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, it's
Jurassic
possible
Park.
with today's technology.
Yeah. Didn't
Sure.
they found like DNA of mammoth like in like ice, and they're like trying currently like scientists are trying to bring it back.
Really?
Which is like scary. Yeah, I read
It is.
about
It's
that.
very scary.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what we're doing. Well, I mean, they're already trying to. I think they're trying to clone meat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, which I'm for. You know, I'm
Did
pro
you say
animals.
clone meat?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
trying. What's the word for it? Instead of lab grown meat.
Lab grown meat. Yeah. Yeah.
So instead, because people like they're upset at Beyond Burgers or Impossible Burgers, they're just like, we want the real thing, and they're just
Yeah.
like, we're working on it. So like,
So
they're-
they want the real thing without it being the real thing?
Yeah. They don't want to like kill real animals, so they're gonna
Yeah.
grow fake animals and kill that and
Yeah.
eat that.
not even grow the fake animal, but like
What?
grow just like replicate the cell. I mean, somehow like take the
Oh,
cells.
okay.
I'm not going to pretend like I can even.
Replicate it, and then so that you're making your raw meat, and then you could cook
But
it
you're not killing the animal to do it.
without killing, because that'll defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because you're making life, which I think would piss off a lot of people,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Making like a
Yeah.
real person being animal and then just
Organism.
literally killing it after.
Yes. And then
interesting.
that's defeating the purpose of
Yeah.
its whole thing.
Yeah.
I would try it though.
I would try it. Yeah. I mean, if it's good, I'll try it. But if it tastes worse, then I'm sorry. I got to go back to the real thing.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to transition into like you go to Berkeley.
Yes.
Can you talk about like the wokeness and cancel culture existing in Berkeley?
I feel like I mean, everyone knows like the degree
Yeah.
of like cancel culture that is at Berkeley. It's the sense that like there's a very large silent minority at Berkeley, where it's like most people like have rational thoughts and like understand like, you know, life isn't perfect, people make mistakes, and like you can't have everything you want in life, like. But the large things you hear about Berkeley is like this very small majority that will just say anything and will get offended at anything, right? And it's like that's not. I don't want to like step on toes and like.
I feel like there's definitely two extremes, right? Like I mean, the extreme of people who will easily get offended.
Yeah.
And then the people who like are like, well, I don't give a fuck about anything. Yeah. And I feel like it's good where it should be in the middle. Like,
and most people are in the middle. It's just like the most people don't want to deal with the idea of getting canceled, so they just won't say anything, right? But the majority of Berkeley is like the majority of the rest of the world. It's just normal, rational people understanding that like, okay, you can't change the world all at once, and you know we agree with like most of the stuff, but like you just don't say anything for the sake of like it's not worth my time to try to defend myself.
Yeah.
Avoidance. Just
it's avoidance.
Like anxiety, added anxiety.
Yeah, I don't need to deal with me getting called out on Twitter like 24/7.
Yeah.
If I can just shut up. So let me just shut up about
not say anything.
Yeah, let me just shut up about my personal ideas, and you know whatever you're doing, you're gonna do it. That's all you. Let me just sit in the background and let you do your thing because it's literally just not worth it.
Have you faced any hardships with this progressive direction of woke culture in person?
Yeah,
because Twitter's easy. Twitter is like,
easy. Yeah,
that's where every woke person is ready to just like put you to trial.
Especially for me, it's like I am one of the larger personalities on campus where it's like people know me, right? And even if you never met me, just because like I'm an influencer, right?
Flex.
So I get no, it's not a flex, but like I get shit all the time where it's like people will talk about me, or like I'll make a joke and then someone will tweet about it and like, yo, this is not fucking funny, like you're offensive, fuck you.
Damn.
And it's like I don't even know you, like that was not the intent of the joke,
yeah.
Right? And it's like you can't defend yourself all the time because then it's like you can't respond to everything. So the second you don't respond to something, then it's like, oh, that's true then. So you have to like kind of sit in the background. It's like. And take it. Like I've gotten a bunch of shit on Twitter from like people I've never met before, and it's like I fucking hate you. Go to hell.
Damn,
fuck, you're not funny.
People are very, very hateful.
Very hateful to people they've never met, which is like my issue with the internet. It's like you've never met someone, you don't know who they are, and like I'm not offensive. Like I'm very non-controversial, right? Like, you've seen my content.
Yeah, I've seen. Like, it's very like it's palatable. It's very palatable.
But even then, like even I like get that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And it's like okay, that happens on Twitter. And I can remember one time, this is nothing to do with being an influencer, but it stuck with me. It was the first time like I got called out for something that I was like, I don't even think it's that bad. Was like my orientation freshman year, like first week of school. I walked into the lobby of the lounge of my dorms. I was like, hey guys, what's up? Like just announcing myself. And someone like turned around to me and was like, you know, we all don't identify as males here, right? And like, you should be offended. And I was like, no, hey guys is like a gender neutral. Like I didn't even mean it like that. I'm so sorry.
Like guys, like
hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
And I got shit for it, and I was like, okay, now I have to be careful about like every single sentence I say. I can't even say hey guys.
Yeah.
What's up guys? I can't. That was the first thing that stuck with me at Berkeley. It was like, okay, you got to be careful what you say about anything, really anything. You can't say anything. And you just learn from that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Like guys is like I've never gotten flack for saying. I mean,
guys. Well, and it's hard because the way that it's like, you know, some people like, of course, like if it's like not gender neutral or whatever it may be, but it's like these words were literally created from other people, so it's what we have put like.
It's the intention, right?
You know, and it's like like guys, like oh yeah, if you can say oh yeah, you're a guy and a girl, but it's like. When I hear the word guys, I just think of like a group of people.
Exactly. Yeah. And in Spanish, that's how it is. So Spanish has like masculine and feminine endings, right?
Yeah.
And a group of people, even if it's mixed gender, it defaults to the masculine ending.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, now are we going to cancel the entire language, the entire Spanish language?
Well, right. And again, it's like that was created of someone or a group of people said this is what was masculine, this is what was feminine. And it's like, and I get like that's what some people are trying to like break down that like don't call me this word, but it's also like these were words just created. So
it's nuts. Yeah,
it's hard.
Well, that's why like Latinx came out,
Latinx,
right? Filipinx, right, came out rather than Filipino. And I'm fine with the progressive culture as long as we are able to. There has to be an adaptive period.
Right.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone.
And most people don't want. That's the thing. Most people don't want to hurt anyone.
Yes.
Like people are positive. They want people to like them. And it's like, I feel like a lot of times cancel culture is like, oh, you mess up one time, you're fucked.
You're done.
Well, exactly. And it's like things change, and it's like, so, and I think it's the way you approach things, because of course, like, you want to be like kind to everyone and think, okay, like, what's not gonna like make this person upset or whatever, but there also has to be some understanding that if you don't know, and like, okay, this might offend you, but it's how you then approach it, like how you react to it.
Yeah.
Like if someone was like, hey, like, you know, I just like to let you know there's this, instead of just being like, no, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You know, because like there's a learning process, and like, yeah, some people might be like, okay, well, that's just not how I feel, or okay, like, I hear you, I will work on it.
It's because people don't want to teach anymore. That's what it is. Like, it's not a teaching
point.
moment. Like, the internet and cancel culture is not a teaching moment. It's a punishing moment.
Yeah. Good.
Right.
Very well said.
Yeah.
I think it's nothing nowadays. Everything is taught via punishment as opposed to positive reinforcement,
Right.
Or fucking healthy dialogue at that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like it's a healthy relationship. In a healthy relationship, we're not trying to guilt trip each other. You're not trying to obligate anyone.
Yeah.
You're trying to like communicate boundaries, right? You're trying to compromise. I think the way society needs to kind of traverse is through through good communication,
Right.
and compromise, right?
Yeah.
It's just like I've been corrected on when I was in Davis. That was like when a lot of the pronouns were people were establishing their pronouns,
Right.
and that was a tough learning curve for a lot of people. For me as well. I mean, like, and I've gotten like better at it. I'm
Well, it's
really
just because
trying.
we weren't used to it.
We're not
So,
used
but
to it.
that's really the thing. Like, try, like,
Yeah.
and understand if you make mistakes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I will work on it.
I definitely try. And so,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's, I find out from either them or their friends if they go by they, them, he, him, you know, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I remember, and I felt so bad one day because I have a friend who biologically was born as a female, however, identify as he, they. And this person was singing, and this person had like a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah.
Check my intent. That's another rule that I
Right.
have. Check the intent.
Right.
I usually, and I'll say this to a guy, I'll be like, girl,
right.
shit, like if you going off, right?
Yeah.
And this person was offended because they don't identify with that feminine
Right.
Word.
Yeah, and it's tough.
That has been given to the feminine, and that's where I mean, like, and that's where like what I'm saying like hits both sides of that was a word just created.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, who cares? But then also it was a word created that we identify as. So it's like that,
Yeah.
like,
I think it's just like, let me fuck up. I think that's what it is. We need to let
Yes.
people fuck up.
Yes.
Because like everyone's gonna fuck up for the rest of the time. Like we're always gonna make mistakes, and it's just like give people the benefit of the doubt. Like they don't want to fuck you over. They
Right.
want to do good. Most
some people
do.
yeah, most people do.
Yeah,
some people don't.
right? But like the average person you meet is not trying to have like it's not doing things with bad intentions, right?
Right.
Some people are.
Well, that's
But, like,
where just lead with
yeah.
like
Just let people fuck up.
forgiveness and like
Yeah.
acceptance, and this sounds so like love, but like seriously, and granted, a lot of people don't, a lot of people
Yeah.
won't, but it's like even if you disagree with someone on one thing and it's two completely different beliefs, like still have that mutual understanding of like acceptance, and like we don't have to necessarily agree, but don't on both sides, don't be fucking rude about it, like don't be aggressive, like
we need to
kumbaya.
Everyone
Kumbaya.
hold hands.
Kumbaya.
Someone play a guitar around a campfire with wrong chords. I think we all learn from experience, dude. Humans are flawed. We're weird
so flawed.
creatures, dude. We're basically just like when your dog, you know, poops on the floor. Do you cancel that dog?
No, you don't kill the dog and eat it for dinner the next day.
Just be like, if the dog barks
Don't
at
do
you, it'd
that.
be like, those aren't my pronouns, dog. Do you cancel the dog? No, it's I don't know. We have to learn from experience. That's how we're fucking made, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, and I'm glad I got your perspective on it. It's that's something that I think is a common theme with like growing up
Yeah.
at this age, because like boomers, they're a lost cause.
They're done for. It's
Good
just
luck.
like from a different generation. People always say it's like
I don't like the way you guys are doing
Yeah,
this
so
whole they
stupid.
them type thing. You know, just like
yeah,
yo, chill.
and you try and be like, well, but hold on, listen this way. But that's just not, I mean, it's too hard for me to understand. It's like,
once you reach like 60, it's like you're not changing their mind.
Man.
It is, right?
Yeah.
well, and if they're going to say like, well, this is just how I think, then it's like, then you have to understand that if I get upset because what you're saying, then just like shut the fuck up and don't say anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Because
Like-
that's a bad combo is to be rude and loud about
Oh,
it.
Yeah. And then not willing to even see like, and just use that, oh, well, this is what I'm used to. It's like, okay, well,
Rigid,
but then
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
don't.
You can't be ignorant and be loud about how ignorant you are. Like,
Yeah.
But
if you're ignorant, then
a
shut
lot
up.
of people are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm happy how this conversation and how this episode has really like unraveled into, because it's always like for the duration of the week I was nervous to meet you. I'm nervous to meet strangers all the time, even
Yeah.
if it's just like
That's understandable.
a lunch from like a friend's boyfriend, right? And I'm just like, I gotta meet this person. That's like, and then like now it's just like, oh, it's very nerve wracking to like turn on cameras and get to meet an individual on this public platform and like introduce them to my house. Hopefully they like me. Hopefully I like them.
Yeah.
But this has turned out to be a very pleasant experience. And even
too.
with
I agree.
our, I don't know. Yeah. It's just like, thank you, dude, for like hitting me up
Yeah. Of
and
course.
like saying, yo, let's
Thank
do
you for
this
having
damn
me.
thing.
Thank you for introducing me to your
Yeah.
home, man.
I mean, it's not the end yet, man.
I
mean,
know,
like,
I'm just saying though. I want to make sure you know. I appreciate it.
okay, dude, that means a lot. Let's do an improv scene. I think this
Oh
is
shit. Okay.
You ready?
I'm not ready.
Here's
for
the
this.
segue.
So
All right.
prior to turning on the cameras, baddies, that's our listener base. We call them baddies. We were telling Ishaan like, yo, we're gonna do an improv scene at the end of this. And what did you say? You were like, I'd never done improv.
I don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna. Oh my god.
You've never watched an improv show or anything like that? You
I've
guys got
like-
improv in Berkeley?
We have improv at Berkeley. Like it's not. Nobody really
Uh-oh, air
watches.
quotes.
Oh, air quotes
Nobody really
canceled.
watches.
Oh,
the
shit.
fucking improv scene at Berkeley's about to come after you.
God.
Watch out.
I didn't mean
He
it like that.
mean
I
it.
swear. I swear I didn't mean it. But like nobody goes to an improv show like out of the blue. You know, like
It's you'd have to know.
in
Yeah,
college.
well,
in
yes, you have
college.
to know. I think it's have to like, you'd have to know someone.
Exactly. You need a friend
in
into
the
it.
show, or
Yeah.
a friend being like, I'm gonna go to this show. You want to come with me?
It's not
Yeah.
a foot traffic type of thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like a concert. You know, it's not
Yeah.
a Drake
Yeah.
concert.
It's not. It definitely isn't. Just like, yo, what fucking Drake from Degrassi's performing?
Drake from Degrassi.
Because no one knows him from anything else. Drake from
The
Degrassi's
guy in a wheelchair
coming.
from Degrassi.
Yeah,
Or-
the guy in the wheelchair from Degrassi Next Generation. Was he in Next Generation?
I don't.
I don't
I don't
remember.
fucking know.
Chris, do you know?
I don't watch Degrassi.
No. Oh.
Yeah, as opposed to like, you guys want to watch the Fearless Thunderbirds
Yeah.
perform?
It's like at a random like coffee shop or like at a random bar. It's
Dude.
like
I've done it all.
Yeah.
My background, so like Alejandro, rest in peace, he ain't dead, but he just ain't here. Get better, feel
Alright.
better. We love you and we miss you.
Love you, Bromy.
Our background is in improv.
oh wow.
We all went to high school together. Me, Jules, and Alejandro.
dope.
And Jules was in theater. Alejandro and I were. I mean, we were all in theater, but Alejandro and I did improv,
okay.
and that's how we became best friends.
shit.
And so that's something I grew up with. And from the very beginning, like weirdly, like in high school, improv was cool. Like it was
improv was.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, maybe to some, not to all people.
Not to all people, but like we like packed. I mean, it was just like
Well, no, the improv show. So the JV only performed at lunch. They never got.
JV.
There's a JV
There was a
improv
JV
group.
and
Oh, wow.
varsity. Yeah.
Okay.
JV performed at lunch. That was like literally.
That's not cool.
Friends. It wasn't cool. But there was actual improv shows, ticketed improv shows.
Oh, wow.
sold out. We would,
Yeah.
we
Sold
would
out.
like pack that. We would
No
pack that
way.
house.
Really?
Well, stuff at the high school used to get pretty. Like even dance shows back in the day used to sell
Pack the
out.
house. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think very, very supportive arts community here in Benicia.
Okay,
is
that's
what
dope.
it was for during our time at
Yeah.
least. And then like beyond that, doing improv in college
Oh yeah.
is the toughest fucking thing.
I can
dude.
imagine.
I've done it all. You just said improv in coffee shops. Done it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
man. We're just like you're in the middle of a scene, and then you just hear like. We got a matcha. We got a matcha,
Matcha for Sally.
Macchiato for Sally. And there's like a kid there, so I'm like, I can't cuss or anything because there's a kid with like a donut in its mouth looking at me. And then I've done bar improv scenes.
Oh.
And
Those are fun.
they're
Those were
fun. Everyone's drunk, but no one hears you.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Let's
gonna say nobody. I feel like nobody's gonna listen to you.
Yeah. What are we doing here? But also, I mean, I've done some like solid like Alejandro and I used to be on this like improv team, and you'll see we have
was
like
gonna say that
makeshift
with
belts
the
right
belts.
there. Dragon Viper
Dragon-
Cobra.
Oh, okay. Fire.
And we used to actually get like a lot of people from like into the local theater and be able to do
Oh,
that.
wow.
However, yes, the stigma is like not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's just like the stigma is just like it's like
Man.
stand-up comedy when you're just starting out. Where
You done it before?
Funny story. I got kicked. I started stand-up comedy, or I tried it when I was like 18 or 19, like first year of college.
So long ago. Once again.
Okay, but
Back in my day.
I got kicked out of my first bar
What?
because I didn't know. Okay, because I was young. I didn't know you have to be 21 to go into bars back in the day.
Oh.
I thought like if you weren't buying a drink, you could still go into the bar. So
Like after 18?
like after 18, like,
Okay.
oh, I'm an adult. Like I can fucking join the military. Like obviously I can go into a bar and not buy a drink of beer or
I
whatever.
feel like that's a valid
it's a very valid and
thought.
so
I mean,
and so like my
Yeah.
Makes sense.
my whole bit was like about all the stuff 18-year-olds can do, but like
so they let you in without checking your
they didn't
ID.
check my ID. I just walked in. It was in Chinatown. And so
Ah,
I took the
whoa.
so like there was like there's a Facebook group called like Bay Area Comedy
Yes,
Network.
bacon is what they call it. Yeah.
So like there's an open mic in Chinatown this day. Show up. I'm like, okay, I'm like 18 years old. I'm gonna fucking do it. I go take the BART there, right? By myself. It's just me, 18-year-old, just roaming fucking San Francisco at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Walk into this bar in Chinatown, write my name on the list. I'm like 10th, right? There's like 10 people ahead of me.
Yeah.
They're all bombing. It's open mics. Like people
how it is.
People
In
just
Chinatown.
aren't funny,
Yeah.
right? It's just And I go up and like my whole bit's about like all the stuff 18-year-olds can do, but buy a drink. So like I can join the military. I can like vote, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
It was this whole like thought out bit that I wrote for like months, right? And I go and like my first line is like, so I recently turned 18.
Oh God.
And the entire this is a packed bar.
They
There's, like,
unplugged the mic.
the entire bar like 10 p.m. So it's like kind of popping. They just stop talking and they all just look at me. And the bartender goes, "You need to get out of here." I was like,
They were like, "Oh fuck."
I was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" They were like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "Well, I just said I was 18." They're like, "You need to get the fuck out of here now."
Damn.
And so in front of like 100
you
people,
literally got the fucking hook and got the boot.
I got fucking kicked out of this. I was so embarrassed. I just never tried open mics again. I was
That'd be a
so
funny ass clip
embarrassed.
though, dude, for the internet. If you opened up your bit and then like if the title for the video was like 18-year-old gets kicked out of like or some shit like that, solid, because that within itself could be a meta joke.
That was
right?
a meta joke. Yeah,
But that's fucking fantastic. Would you ever jump back into it? You're 21 now.
I don't.
He's
know.
scarred.
I'm scarred.
How could he go back?
Also,
Traumatized.
I don't even want to do stand-up comedy. Like that's not for me.
It's fun, dude.
It is.
I've
Really?
tried a few open mics pre-pandemic and a few post-pandemic. And I finally got my first like successful open
Really?
mic like a few months ago.
Oh, congrats.
And it felt so good.
Really?
In front of like a small intimate crowd, which are the toughest.
Yeah, that's the hardest.
Hey man, I mean, after this I got your contact info. If I go out, I might hit you up and be like, "Hey, meet me in the city. I'm about to do an open mic."
I'll watch you. I don't know if I'll join
Sign
in,
up.
but I'll watch
That's
you.
messed up. I won't text you.
Okay, maybe. I gotta write something down. I don't know. But yeah, it was 18-year-old scarred for a couple years after that. That was
Yeah.
just so embarrassing. It was
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
Yeah,
That
I
is
mean,
tough.
Imagine
especially
like,
by yourself. Maybe
myself.
it's better you were by yourself.
no, I'm so glad I was by myself. Cause imagine I like invited like 20 people over, like all
Right.
friends and family and stuff. I literally got kicked out. Like literally, they walked me out in front of like 100 people. Wow. And they're all like, "What are you like? What were you thinking?"
like, "This fucking
You're
kid."
fucking dumbass. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You didn't know any better. Like on the bar too. Like I was walking out. I looked up on like the door and it was like, no person under 21 is like, no patrons under 21 is allowed.
Allowed,
And I was
yeah.
like, I fucking should have read that.
I feel like I've heard of some open mics that do allow people to perform if they're like
Under 18.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that one.
Or just
No,
like
you
even
know.
other things like I don't know, like you at the DNA Lounge. Is that not DNA Lounge? Where
Yeah.
where did
Where
we
they
do
do Damn.
yeah.
They've
Damn
done it at
events?
DNA. Where else? Some places in Oakland.
You could be underage if you're a performer, just don't get a drink.
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, well, but I don't know if they let under 21 or under 18 into it. I think you could be a performer,
And it's like, okay. that
which
makes
is okay,
sense.
but I don't
Okay.
think you could be like someone attending.
Yeah, definitely not attending, but like open mic. Like let's say in that same sense,
Yeah.
he's an open micer. He should have been able to go
Well,
in.
but that's the thing. Well, but if it's at a bar though, like if it's at a bar that strictly like has place, like
Yeah.
no persons under 21 allowed. Like I think about like like a bar on First Street. Like that's like just because it's open mic night, you still have to be there. Still going to check your ID.
As opposed to like a venue specifically for comedy.
Yeah.
That serves
If
alcohol.
it's a venue that serves alcohol, I feel like that's different. But if it's like a bar where something is being held at,
then
then
that
it's
makes sense.
different.
Okay.
Improv scene?
Glad we cleared the air. Let's finally get to the improv scene.
Would you like me?
Yes, if you can do it.
Are we doing it?
This might be weird to you, what she's
Okay.
about to say, but it's just what it is, and
Okay.
I do shit in post. So go ahead.
I'm ready for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, highly irrelevant. There's hands clapping.
Applause and an applause.
Yay!
All right, Ishaan.
Yes.
Ishaan. This is I'm Paul Jacobs, and this is my co-executive producer, Genesee.
Genesee.
Very
That's
much
it.
like Beyonce.
One name.
Just
Genesee,
one name.
okay.
Yeah.
We saw that you are trending on TikTok, and we would like to audition you for the lead role of our upcoming film.
Wow.
It's a very important film.
Do you want to, Genesee? Do you want to tell Ishaan like what kind of film?
I would love to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. Think back. BC. Okay. You have mammoths. Mammoths running rampant.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a bunch of them.
You
Too many.
are the last person left on Earth.
Me. Okay.
You have yourself. You have a couple slices of pepper jack cheese.
Pepper Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have one weapon. Now, the weapon hasn't been decided yet. We'd like to, leave that up to the actor's interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would this weapon be if we cast you in this film?
So does the weapon have to be from the past, or it can be any
can be
weapon?
whatever.
You have pepper jack cheese. Take that into account.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I feel like.
Thank you, Mr. Jacobs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Mrs. Genesee.
Am I from the future? And have I come back to the past, or have
I
I?
like where he's going with this. He's writing the script for us.
I'm trying to learn more. I'm trying to understand
Okay.
my character, my actors, my intentions, my actions.
Sounds good. Man of brown ethnicity.
Brown.
That's exactly what we need.
Just like the
Right?
mammoth.
Yeah, it's very.
I fit the diversity queue.
Yes,
exactly,
yes.
exactly. And saying that you are a man from the future means that you are in a certain social class to be able to afford a time machine, meaning
Exactly.
that brown people in the future have money. That's
Exactly.
This is
Look
exactly
at us.
what
So
we
he's
need.
not-
Look how
Thank you.
progressive we are.
This
you,
is good.
thank you.
This is
How
perfect.
progressive we are.
Thank you. I'm
Also-
so glad you're our first auditioner of the day.
Oh, thank God.
And also, just since it is 2042 and
42.
movies have shortened in run time,
Yeah, movies are exactly 15 seconds long.
they're 15 seconds long.
Strategically.
Exactly. Perfect. This guy is perfect. Yes. 15 minutes. Okay. So if we could just have your measurements.
Yeah, so I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. Those are two different measurements.
6 feet.
2
All right,
inches.
Space.
6 feet tall, 2
2
inches.
inches.
2 inches.
Yeah,
we won't,
2 inches.
We won't divulge
No,
more into
no,
that.
Sorry,
no.
yeah, two different measurements.
We'll need to know, for the loincloth they'll be
The
wearing.
loincloth scene.
just to make sure it fits.
2 inches.
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause
definitely.
2 inches is
So
it's
we'll
above
make
average.
it 2.5 inches.
The loincloth.
Wow,
2.5
that's massive.
inches.
Wardrobe, did you hear
That
that?
is massive.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
we
cool,
heard
cool,
that.
cool.
Sounds good. Perfect. Can we have your?
Can we have your best mammoth mating call,
All right, ready?
please?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh. And I have another one.
Okay.
That's my
Oh,
first
wow,
one.
he has
Okay.
My second one. So
different
I
voice.
I planned this, and my second one is.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So those are my two. I don't know which one you like better.
I think we need
but-
something a little more guttural, like really from the depths of the
Okay,
soul.
okay.
Now, hold on. I also want you to pretend like you had just had a piece of pepper jack cheese. So you got
Okay,
that,
so
the
I'm a
little
little
Phlegm. You have phlegm.
You got some
phlegm.
phlegm
She's
in
just
your
asking
throat.
for phlegm.
a little bloated. I have some
Little-
calories.
Mhm.
A lot
Yeah.
of dairy in my. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
How's that?
I hear the mammoths running now.
I hear my mammoth running now.
There you go.
Mr. Jacobs, calm
I
down.
know.
Wow,
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. It's
He's
just
not
like,
usually like this.
We are trying to find the next Chris Evans with melanin.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I
Yes.
totally understand. Yeah, so like Dave Patel, but like hotter and stronger. And
Exactly.
Funnier.
Exactly.
Precisely.
Wow.
This is exactly what we've been looking for.
So it says right here in your packet that you've come prepared with a monologue.
Yes.
Can you tell us what that monologue is?
So this monologue is a monologue I did in high school.
Okay.
High school.
And when was that? When were you in high school?
High school. So it's 2042 right now. It was about 30 years ago.
Okay.
So
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
And it was to my first crush.
Oh.
Oh, you wrote the monologue yourself.
Yeah, I wrote it myself.
So it's not from okay.
No,
alright.
no.
Anything.
I feel like life has to be original, and you know, a guy like me, I'm very experienced in acting, and
Okay.
I like to write my own scripts.
Okay.
So,
Well, you have the floor.
all right.
Okay.
Hey, babe. I've known you for about 2 weeks now, and the whole time I've just been thinking that
This is beautiful.
So I'm crying already.
I don't want to say I love you
It's really
because
Jesus.
there's a lot of things wrong about you.
good communication.
And
skills.
I just want to kind of talk about it before we get into an official relationship. So, one.
Okay, I'm gonna need to stop you there. Okay,
Oh.
hold on. Imagine this.
Okay.
He does the mating call.
I do the mating call.
The mammoth comes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sunset.
Do I have to fuck the mammoth in the movie, or is that? So
Please,
I can do it. I can. Is it a real mammoth, or is it like is it CGI? Because I can do both, and that's totally
Are
okay.
you open to that?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I actually like not
Really,
CGI version.
Instead of an actual mammoth, it's really just Gabriel Iglesias in mocap.
Oh, that's even better, actually.
Yeah.
So I totally be down
And he's
for that.
completely fine with body contact. We
Okay.
understand that. Yeah.
Okay,
Willing
yeah.
to fuck.
Anything for the role.
Okay.
Anything for the role.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine. That's completely fine. You know what I find interesting by your monologue?
Mm-hmm.
Is that there's no space for your crush to have spoken. It was just all
Yeah.
one-sided.
You
She's
know,
a good listener.
Had I gotten finished, I feel like we would have gotten to there.
No,
I see.
but this
you already
is
got what you needed
this
to
is
know.
why
Yeah.
it's spoken to the mammoth, and mammoths don't talk.
They don't
So
talk.
Oh,
You're right.
smart.
We're taking
So-
the monologue verbatim.
The monologue
Smart.
will actually be in the script now, as you were feeding the mammoth a slice of pepper jack cheese. So she
Okay.
couldn't talk anyway, or he, or they.
So this mammoth is
Whomever.
still Gabriel Iglesias, or different mammoth in this time?
You are feeding him, but on film it'll
It's a
be
mammoth.
the mammoth.
Okay.
It'll be the mammoth.
I gotta picture Gabriel Iglesias just to know like I'm in the role. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really dedicated to this.
Cut to 2 years later, he is auditioning for the next Avengers film. It's the 47th one in the franchise.
Okay.
And he
He hasn't acted since his first film.
hasn't acted. It was such a huge success
Such a huge
that he was
success.
just writing all of the
The other
money.
46.
Yes.
The other 46 Avengers films.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have Ishaan, and it looks like he just has one name, very much like Beyonce and
Yes.
Genesee.
I'm like Aaliyah, but not dead.
That's
Rest in
good.
peace.
Makes sense. Rest in peace.
Hey,
Hey.
is this the guy from that mammoth movie? He fucked the mammoth and ate a
That
piece of
is
cheese?
him. That is Ishaan the mammoth.
Oh, hi, Ishaan. How have you
Hi,
been?
Ishaan.
Great.
Hi.
Yeah, since my last Oscar, I've been doing great. Just
Yeah.
been chilling.
Yeah, it looks like you won 3 Oscars and no one was slapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
You know,
First time.
No, Will Smith over
welcome
here.
back to the room. How?
thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Yeah.
really appreciate
Yeah.
being here.
So, you're here to audition for the character of the mammoth fucker in our new Avengers movie.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
the,
yes.
that's the
I've-
newest
I've-
villain.
I've been contacted
Crazy
for the role.
how they
due to
just
my-
allow that kind of name in a
Mammoth fucker.
Disney-owned film. Yeah, the
Yeah.
mammoth fucker. You know, you have Iron Man.
Yeah.
You have
Black Panther.
Black Panther. You have the Hulk, and
The
then
Hulk.
there's the mammoth.
Mammoth
fucker. It's
fucker.
crazy.
The
yeah.
mammoth fucker.
Mammoth fucker.
Yeah, they just went from
It's one word, so I don't know. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. That's okay. We
Yeah.
They
progressed.
spelled it with a PH instead of an F.
Ah,
That's
fair.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it looks like you have a new monologue
Okay.
that you wrote
Specifically for this film.
for this film.
Yes.
So-
This monologue is in Spanish.
Oh.
So
It does
Bilingual.
say. It does say
We are
mammoth
looking-
fucker is
is-
from Spain.
is from Spain.
Exactly.
España,
And
okay.
I was told I have to reach out to the diversity of the international audience.
Yes.
And
the last
so-
46 Avengers films.
Just
Have not.
all for North America,
Yeah.
mainly America.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is my monologue. So, hola, ¿cómo estás, mami? Me gusta.
Hi. How are you, mother? I'm translating for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's
I
totally
am,
okay.
I am not
She
bilingual.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't know
Me
Spanish.
gusta las putas
I want the
Y-
bitches
y tus madres
and your mothers,
y yo soy
and I am
El Mammoth Fucker.
The mammoth fucker. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Couldn't have asked for more.
Thank you.
All right. Once again,
never
your
been more
measurements
moved.
one more time.
I'm 6 feet 2 inches. That's 2 different measurements.
Two different measurements. Everyone, that's Ishaan. And real quick before we end the scene, cut to Ishaan doing this. Let's say this is a longer one because it's an Avengers film. This 30 second
30 second
30
film.
seconds.
feature film.
30 seconds.
Yes. Wow, I can't wait to.
Okay.
I've been waiting
I've been waiting so
All
long
year.
for this film.
for this Avengers colon
Mammoth fucker.
Mammoth Fucker returns.
Hola. Me amo El Mammoth Fucker.
I like how they have subtitles in English, Spanish, and Cantonese.
Too.
You gotta pander to the Cantonese audience.
Oh, he's talking to the camera. Oh my
He's
God,
breaking the
it's
fourth
crazy.
wall.
Wow.
This movie's breaking the fourth dimension.
Oh my God.
Me gusta las putas
Oh, he wants the bitch.
y las madres.
And the
We all want
mothers.
the bitches. Thank you for translating.
Yo soy
I am
El Mammoth Fucker.
the Mammoth Fucker.
Gracias.
And
Thank you.
roll credits.
Wow, let me just look at the budget of this film real quick. $30 billion.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes score?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 97%.
I didn't win 3 Oscars for no reason, guys. What are you talking about?
Crazy. And at the end of the film, he talks about how many Oscars he's won. It's
That's the
insane.
post-credit scene.
Post-credit scene. All right, and scene. Okay,
Oh my
cool.
God.
Ishaan, fantastic job. Thank you for rolling with the punches, man. Thank you for rolling with the punches.
Thank you for
Fantastic.
delivering 2 monologues.
Yeah, 2 monologues and a feature-length film at the very end, dude.
Thank you.
Dude, it's been a blast. We don't want to keep you here too long. And this has been a solid episode, a very fun episode. You are a fantastic human and individual, and I am very enlightened. I'm sure Jules is too.
I am.
Yes.
I am.
Even though you called us dusty motherfuckers at the beginning of the episode.
No, not dusty.
Why'd you remind me? Am I
Just-
still dusty?
Just old.
Oh, whoa!
That's fine.
Calm
I'll take it.
down,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you we could party harder and last longer.
I'm sure we can.
Not true. This is not true.
I don't know. He
just not
might have
true.
the liver of steel.
Exactly. Come
Have
on,
an
guys.
AMF after AMF.
Let's be honest here. It's not
Yeah, I'm pretty I'm tipsy after just 2 mezcals, but
happening. I'm 4 or 5 in.
Jesus fucking
Yeah, I was
Christ,
drinking
dude.
half your alcohol. I'm sorry.
why? No, it's okay. It's okay. Just barely got to taste it, and you're just drinking all of it, dude. Paid for it, that's fine.
I'm gonna go dust myself off now.
Okay, we'll get
Shit.
you. We'll just vacuum you later.
Vacuum me.
Any last words for the listeners out there? Anything you want to put out there?
Look
before we
directly into the camera.
Yeah.
You know how it's done.
look
Yeah.
directly into the camera. Tell the listeners. Leave them with something.
Okay, so never let anyone tell you you can't do something. I feel like the most common reason people stop doing things is because they feel like they can't do it, and I feel like you can do anything you put your mind to, and never give up. I think that's what people give up too quickly, and it takes time to achieve what you want in life. And trust me, someone who's been doing the same thing for 2 years in a row, especially with social media, I'm still not where I want to be, but I've seen the improvement, I've seen the growth. And if you put in the time, you can do whatever. It doesn't have to be social media. It can be NBA, it can be work, it can be anything. But trust me, the consistency matters, and don't give up. That really means a lot to me, because just don't stop doing what you want to do.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
That's stuff that people in this room actually need to hear.
Yeah.
Now
Right
find
now.
what you want to do though first.
Find what you want to
Find
do.
what you want to do first. Also try different things out, though. I feel like that's you gotta do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with all that.
One more thing? Anything else?
Hey, just be open to change.
All right, plug your socials, man. Where can the listeners, where can the
Oh,
baddies
yeah.
find you, man?
Hey, really Ishaan on TikTok, sexy Ishaan on Instagram. Go follow me.
Hell yeah. I'll put that in the description below. Baddies, thank you very much for tuning in. Juliet, thank you very much for co-hosting
You're
with
welcome.
me.
You know I love to do it. You know I love you baddies. I love being here.
It really helps.
Shit.
That's something that that has blown up nowadays. It's just I don't want to get into it, but Christopher, thank you very much. We love you. Ishaan, very lovely meeting you. Baddies, you know where to find us. Find me at Christian Has Asthma on socials. Follow the podcast at ICBTB Podcast. Get your merch at ICBTB.com if you haven't gotten any yet, or email us at ICBTBpodcast.
Or send them a Twitter, a tweet.
tweet. Send
A
them.
DM.
Send them a
Probably
Twitter.
a DM. Millennials.
Fucking millennials.
Exactly.
Send me a Twitter.
Send me a Twitter.
A link to the App Store. Where can download
Send
Twitter?
them a letter to their P.O. box. Do you guys
Yes,
have a
just
P.O.
a
box?
handwritten letter.
Handwritten letter, deliver it.
No, they would just have to send it to my address, but I'm even gonna put that out there.
AOL chat,
Yeah, where can they find you?
MySpace.
They can find
There
you on
you go.
MySpace.
Yeah. Juliet underscore
Two underscores.
Perry.
All right, baddies. Thank you very much. Ishaan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.